Manga-Waido.
I'm Togo Amagi. 9 years ago, I quit my life as a yakuza, and now I run a handyman business in the corner of a shopping district.
Thanks for changing the light bulb of my toilet, Toga-chan.
No problem. And let me know if you need anything else. Togo, you free today? You wanna play shogi with me? Sure, I'll come over after delivering this. I finally have some business now, and when I first started, things were really tough. Damn it! Why does everyone keep avoiding me? Is it because of how I look? At this rate, I'm gonna starve to death. The turning point for me was meeting old lady Yamada. One day when I was walking around looking for a job, I saw her sitting in the corner of a street. Are you okay, old lady? You're not feeling well.
I feel dizzy. It's so hot.
She looked like she was having a heat stroke. I bought a water bottle from a nearby vending machine and placed it on her neck. I carried her over to the shade and gave her an electrolyte drink. She drank it slowly and began to look better. I'll take you home. Where'd you live?
Oh, thank you. You really saved me. It's straight down the street and around the corner.
Okay, let's do this. I carried her to her house and stayed with her until she looked okay. Can't have her dying on my watch. The old lady was very appreciative and began giving me tasks to do. I got you some rice, old lady.
Thank you, Togo-chan. It must have been so heavy.
This is nothing. I'll leave it in the kitchen.
Thank you, Togo-chan. Both my daughter and grandson are working during the day, so having you around is a huge help.
Thanks to you spreading good stories about me, I'm getting more work.
It's the least I can do.
The old lady has a lot of friends in the shopping district. Thanks to her telling all her friends that I was kind, hardworking, and cheap, I started getting a lot more work. I was a huge fan of the cheery old lady, but for some reason, she looks sad today. What's wrong? Is there something bothering you?
My grandson Yuto is getting married.
That's good, but why'd you look so down about it? The old lady's grandson was the CEO of a consulting company. Around here, it was a bit of a celebrity. I'd bumped into him a couple of times in the shopping district. The old lady was by no means rich. After Yuto's dad passed away from illness, she and her daughter did everything they could to give Yuto a good upbringing. To show his appreciation towards him, Yuto secured a scholarship to study at university, and when he graduated, he set up his own company and grew it rapidly. His company has gotten so big, he's now often featured in local newspapers and magazines as an up-and-coming entrepreneur. The old lady kept showing me articles about him, so I know everything about the guy now. And now he's getting married. But why isn't she happy about it?
The person he's getting married to is the daughter of the CEO of Gohara Trading.
Gohara? Oh yeah, that big company beside the station.
Yes, the daughter's name is Aika-san, and she came round to our house the other day. The thing is...
Apparently, Aika Gohara came across a little frosty to the old lady, and the old lady took Aika's hand and held it, asking her to look after Yuto. But later on, Aika was seen scrubbing away at her hands violently as if to wash away the touch.
I could be overanalyzing, but when she came over, she kept looking around the house as if to judge how much everything cost. And now, I'm a bit worried whether she's really the right person for Yuto.
I can check up on her for you.
Really?
I just got this job that's next to their office. If I had the chance, I'd see what I can find.
Togo-chan, thank you so much.
Serendipitously, I just received a request from the landlord of the building beside Gohara Trading to do some cleaning work around the building. The following day, I was cleaning the gutters. Will's keeping an eye out on the building next door. Yuto's fiancée, Aika, was meant to be working here. Will she come out for lunch? If only I can somehow get a glimpse of what she looks like. Just at that moment, a beautiful woman stepped out of the building. There was no way she was a regular employee. She was wearing an expensive-looking suit, a mole beside her eye and long hair. That must be her. That's Aika Gohara. As I carried on watching, a car pulled up beside her. The driver rushed out of the car and bowed towards her. I apologize to keep you waiting, madame.
You're late. What have you been doing? I waited for 2 whole minutes.
Just 2 minutes? Jesus. My apologies, madam.
Your only skill is driving, and you can't even do that well. Is there anything you can do?
I'm very sorry, madam.
This is why I dislike people with low education. Next time you're late, you're fired.
Incredibly, Ike stepped on our driver's foot before getting on the car. I felt sorry for the driver who winced in pain. Even Yakuza didn't behave like that nowadays. The old lady was right. She was horrible. I told the old lady what I'd seen. It's like you said, she doesn't seem like a nice person at all.
I see. Thank you.
After that, the old lady spoke to her grandson and told him he should not marry that woman, but she says Yuto is completely infatuated with her and refuses to listen.
Togo-chan, I see no other way. I'm going to pay you to find everything you can about that woman. I want to find a way to bring Yuto to his senses.
Okay, leave it to me. To be honest, I'm not a very good detective, but there was no way I was saying no to the old lady. I headed back to the apartment building beside Gohara Trading. I informed the landlord about the situation and expressed my wish to keep an eye on the company premises from this plot of land. He agreed. Do you think you can watch them while doing some gardening? That branch right there is really in the way and I want to get rid of it. No problem. And I see your wall is also a bit dirty, so I'll clean that too. That would be great. Thanks. Negotiations completed. The landlord seemed very happy as he was getting a free service. I climbed a tree and began cutting some branches while keeping an eye on Gohara Trading. As expected, I could see Aika being very difficult. Even in the office, she could be seen shouting at her colleagues and slamming documents onto the desk. I can't hear what they're saying. I need to get something more concrete. 3 days after I started, fortune smiled on me. That day, I was cleaning the perimeter and removing weeds.
You're in the way. Can you not spill water onto our side?
I'm sorry, I don't think I've spilled any water on your premises, though.
Don't answer back. You've been cleaning this area every day, correct?
Yep, that's my job.
Well, you're in the way, leaving your bucket out like this. Seeing dirty objects laying around makes me sick.
She was clearly in a bad mood. This was my chance. I decided to keep her talking as long as possible. I'm terribly sorry. I promise I'll be done soon, eh?
If even a single drop of that dirty water crosses onto our side, we won't take it lightly.
Don't worry. I'll be careful.
You better. And why is it taking you so long to clean this? Maybe you should find a better way.
Yeah.
I bet you only went to high school.
Something like that. I actually only went to junior high.
Just watching someone as filthy as you makes me sick. I told you to hurry up and move this, you bonehead.
Wow! I'm soaking wet now. Oh, well, at least I got what I came for.
What?
Thank you for your undeniable service.
What are you? Hey, what's that?
Suddenly her confidence deserted her. Maybe she got scared of the way I just chuckled to myself. She went pale blue and started to back away. Oh, so this is why she got scared. My shirt had gotten wet and my tattoos were on full display. I got them when I was young and now I wish I hadn't. Because of this, I can no longer visit public swimming pools or go to onsens anymore. Be that as it may. Well, I'm gonna go home now, so, where did she go? Aika was running away screaming, "Help, Dad, it's the Yakuza!" I'm no longer Yakuza anymore, Jesus. I packed up the cleaning equipment and called it a day. I thanked the landlord and headed straight to the old lady's house. As chance would have it, the grandson just happened to be home. I showed him footage from a video camera I placed on a nearby tree and let him listen to an audio recording from my phone I got in. His face went completely pale. Your grandma is worried and doesn't want you to get married to this woman. This is what your fiancé is really like. I can't believe Aika was this nasty a person. I get that you like her given how pretty she is, but you have to think this through carefully.
That's right. There's no way you can be happy marrying someone like this.
Yuto listened to us and then let out a deep sigh. Grandma, I'm sorry. I just really wanted you and Mom to not have to worry about me, and that's why I was rushing to get married. But I didn't know that Aika was this kind of woman. She's never like this around me. She even showed me pictures of herself volunteering.
Yuto, So that's why you were in a rush to marry her.
So you're not even that in love with her. The point is, you have to decide carefully who has your best interests at heart. That's all I have to say. Togo-san, thank you so much. Yuto ended up separating from Aika. Despite being the CEO's daughter, the only reason she was with Yuto was because of how wealthy he was. Apparently, her dad's company had been performing very poorly. When I broke up with her, she insulted me so badly. She said she chose me because I was rich and good-looking, and that she wouldn't forgive me for breaking up with her. She even cursed me. Women can be pretty terrifying. Thank God I didn't marry her. I'm so grateful to the two of you. After that, Aika became desperate to find a new man, and she ended up victim to a wedding swindler. In addition, Aika's grandfather and founder of Gohara Trading passed away, resulting in many clients leaving. This caused even more financial trouble for the company. The last nail in the coffin was a huge sum of inheritance tax the company was hit with. In the end, Gohara Trading was sold for next to nothing. As to what happened to Aika, I have no way of knowing. Yuto began dating a waitress at a coffee shop.
I won't have to worry if you marry that girl. She's very nice to old people.
Yeah, and she's even polite to scary-looking customers like me. Yuto, I think she's a catch.
All this is thanks to breaking up with that heiress. Togo-chan, really, thank you so much.
You don't need to thank me anymore. I just did the work I was given. I'm still working as a handyman. My short-term goal is to make enough money to get rid of this tattoo. One day, I'm gonna be able to swim in a public swimming pool. And I also want to visit an onsen. Right. Time to work hard again.